All right, well, welcome back to Exhaust Sports Auto. My name is Kevin, and I just wanted to do a little quick POV drive. Just finished doing the review, so I just wanted to give you guys some supplemental content, if you will. And like I mentioned in my full review I did, please do check out my 2020 Mazda CX-9 review that I did, because that goes into far more detail on the CX-9 as a whole and the interior, all that good stuff. So please do check that out. And in this review, I'm not going to go into too much detail about the CX-9 because I already did in the reviews. So I'm going to leave all that in the description box now. Just want to show you guys how to whip a CX-9, that's all. Great brakes, love that. Yeah. Definitely some roll, but not the worst thing in the world. There we go. Nice ride, nice ride. Get behind this truck, you know how these idiots do. They won't let you by. They hate it when you pass them, so let's just relax. Let's just chillax and, drive because, doing some good speeds now, doing some highway speeds. In my review, I was doing a lot of higher speeds, and man, these things, they are very quiet. A little bit of road noise, but man, that is really nothing to complain about. Like I mentioned, these things are far nicer than what they deserve to be, honestly. Like regular cars have come so far, man. Very impressive. But another thing I forgot to mention in my review is this is the optional $595 color option, the Crystal Soul Red, whatever the hell it's called. And it's a stunning paint job, man. Let me tell you that much, because it's honestly, like, my camera does not do it justice. I mean, it looks kind of stupid and orange in my camera. I film with the Sony A7 III, so I apologize. I can't quite grasp how good this vehicle looks, but the way the sun hits, I mean, this color is honestly very similar to the Lexus LC500 infrared. It's almost identical, honestly. Maybe not quite the same, paint quality, but it's a fantastic shade of red, and I absolutely love it. Look at these idiots. Look at them. Like, what is the point of driving that far just like rear end the guy, or almost rear end the guy? You get nowheres. You know what I'm saying? It's just these idiots, man. They can't drive to save their lives, but literally, but whatever. It is what it is. But yeah, I've been driving this car around for the last few days. It is just such a pleasure. Oh, what's this idiot up to? All right, whatever. But yeah, other than these idiots, I mean, this vehicle has just been an absolute pleasure to kind of pilot around in. It's always a nice little fiasco going on here. I'm so curious. What are you guys going to do here? That line's about to end. What are you going to do? All right, cut him off, and he's going to get behind me. All right, nice. That went better than I thought. Usually it doesn't go that well. Anyway, sorry I can't capture any good GoPro drama for you guys, POV style, but whatever. You're here to see the car, really, not some drama. But anyway, or maybe you're here to see both. I don't know, but. Yeah, this car, Mazdas never disappoint me, man. They are always such a pleasure to pilot around in. And I was talking about this, it was more so towards the end of the review, but I was mentioning Mazda factories and just how the attention to detail that they put into producing these cars. I mean, you would think they're making a Lexus over there, but, it's just a Mazda, Mazda is not really, competing with Audis and BMWs, yet they put that type of attention to detail inside of their vehicles. And you have the Japanese reliability, of course. This is no longer a Ford product, right? So there you go. Got a little Telluride right there, but yeah, I mean, there's definitely some roll with this thing. That's the only thing. Now, actually, I will mention this. I forgot to mention this in the 2020 review and my 2021 review I just did. My knees, right? I'm 5'11", and this is my natural seating position. The seating position in this car is perfection. Love it. However, my knees kind of hit like the sides here, and it is more of a hard touch plastic being used here. Yet my knees kind of always touch up against it the way I rest. So it's not a super wide cabin space when you look at it that way, but this car, it always leans in the corner, so my knee is always kind of leaning into the plastic bit, and it kind of hurts a little bit. But it's kind of a subjective thing to me, the way I sit in the vehicle. So I just thought I would mention that. But other than a few little nitpicky things, as a product, as an automobile, I got no real issues piloting this car, and it's something that I would highly, I would have no issues putting a family inside of this thing. My family personally likes it. My parents love being in it, driving it, all that good stuff. I was mentioning in my 2021 review that I shot, that I feel like for whatever reason they kind of mitigated the torque steer a little bit, because they did this interesting traction control thing. So I think it has something to do with the way they tuned the traction control for 2021. There's no like TCS button here. It's just like this mountain crawl button right here, and apparently that's your new traction control button. I'm not really sure. I mean, I'll press it, whatever. Something about it, the way they tuned it, it kind of cuts power to the point where it kind of reduces torque steer. So that's I'll kind of chuck it in here, there you go. Still understeers, of course. I mean, it's a big old 4,000 pound front wheel drive based SUV. This particular one is all wheel drive, and yes, all wheel drive does help, but the 2020 I drove was also all wheel drive, and it still had a decent amount of torque steer, I noticed. So I don't know, so I think that's an improvement that they made for 2021, so I'll give it that. I really appreciate that. Yeah, I love the way that this brake pedal is tuned. And also, this car only has like 549 miles on it. I got this car with like 450 miles on it, I think. So I did about 100 miles in it so far. So obviously there's no creaks and rattles. It's a brand new car. Everything is super solid in here, so that's not an issue. But yeah, that's pretty much just a little POV drive I wanted to do for you guys. I mean, so you kind of see what it's like being in the cockpit of the new CX-9. This infotainment is the biggest change for 2021, and I covered that a little bit more in pretty much all my other Mazda reviews. It's got Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, all that good stuff, and it reacts very well. It's similar to like a BMW iDrive system, and they try to make it as not as distracting as possible. I think for the most part they did a decent job of that, but honestly, infotainment as a whole is very distracting. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto leads to more accidents now in new cars than texting does. So there's that. I got that little tidbit information from Savage Geese, so there you go. It's a premium bit of advice right there when it's come from Mr. Goose himself. But anyway, yeah, it's a good screen, good quality screen. Really like it. This is the same screen you get in the Mazda 3 and the CX-30. The 2020 CX-9 did not have that, so this 10.25 inch screen, love it. You even get that in the base CX-9s as well, so that's fantastic. 6-speed auto, reacts beautifully. Love that. 6-speed, that's all you need in a vehicle, honestly, and everything is smooth, silky. I got no real issues with it, man. So there you go. And I'm following all the CDC guidelines. I'm putting a diaper on my face, all that good stuff. Little Pampers. I put that on my face everywhere I go. So there you go. With that established, see you guys in another review. I'll post it on a little end screen here, and you can click on that, and see you guys at the next review. Thank you again for watching. Take care. Goodbye.